Good morning, everybody. I just got up. It's about 6:45, I think. You can tell by my hair. Yeah, never was. Anyways, this is some more tips on that 30-inch Galactica kit I got. And let me show you some other things that might help you build yours that help me anyways. All right, here we go. One of the things I had to do, once I got the head fit into place correctly, what happened is the engines wouldn't fit correctly. So what I had to do was cut this whole superstructure and add a piece, just a little strip. I use this PVC board stuff, not this thickness obviously, and just stick it in there, glued it into place. I like the PVC over like styrene or any plexiglass or anything like that because it really glues really well with CA, and it really sticks to resin like you wouldn't believe. Even though it's a little softer material, it works really good. And then what I had to do was these arms, which I also had to move over a little bit even before I did this fix, because they want to pull out to try to get them to hook onto these tabs right here. You know, so I had to hog some of this out with a Dremel so they would pull in better. Even still, it might be a little towed out. Maybe not. So yeah, I had to hog out on this, move these over just a tiny bit, not enough to make it obvious. And then once I did that, it worked fine. And I'm doing it this way. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm also gluing these pieces to this because I have to do the wiring. So the bottom is obviously still taped on because of the tape. Yeah, the engines, I couldn't get. Still need some bond to work it. You know, you have to really push it hard into there. So I might do a little grinding and down here to get the seam to work. So I'll probably be doing some bonding down here as well. Put a light on it so you can see a little better. So I can see even a little better. So here we go. So I'm going to do a little bonding here in this seam so it'll fit a little better, because that's quite a gap, you know, bigger than it probably looks. So you get the engines to fit nice and snug, as well as here. Now, to get the head to fit, first, I think they show you, if I remember right, I could be wrong, to glue this bottom to the top part of the head first. But I could not, for the life of me, get the head and everything to fit onto the mid-body section. It's just impossible. So what it's set up to do is to glue the top head to the top section and vice versa. But there was a lot of problems doing that because it had these little hook things here to kind of lock it in here, which I think I showed in the last video, to sand them away so it was flat. Well, this time I decided to not only just sand it this way off, let me go here, just sand it off here, but also to sand it flat this way, as well as the front had a lip to catch here. Well, I got rid of that and even notched it so it would fit within this notch here. Because you really can't get the whole thing to scoop and lock in when it's glued to this. But to get the best fit on this, you really should glue it to this piece here so you can get it straight. As you can see, I'll probably have to do a little bit of, what I'm going to do is probably put strips here to cover the line. Be a lot easier. There's a couple of bubble spots, which is, again, use stripping here. I'll probably tape off and stick a little bit of filler in there to fix that part, because I noticed when I glued on the first time, this thing was towed like that, so it wouldn't fit. You know, this can be very deceiving because of all the shapes and everything to get this whole trough straight all the way down, you know. So I got this kind of weird gappage, but again, large kits do that. You're going to have that problem. But see, this is the fun part for me. I really like doing this. I think it's fun. Some people say, oh, this work, extra work I got to do, but that's what modeling is about. You know, it's taking these little things, and so it makes it a little bit makes it a little bit yours because you did the work. I mean, it's not like taking out of the box and putting it on the shelf, because then you don't want to build it anyways. But this is what, to me, fun model building is taking some problems that other people's kits have, you know. And I've heard this about my kits too, trust me, which is great. That's part of the fun of it, is taking the kit and tweaking it a little, try to make it a little better. You know, somebody did one of my old starter destroyers. He had it at the Winterfest, and he did a fantastic job. You know, looks better than my good one, my new one, in a lot of ways. Just the amount of work you put into it. But anyways, I'm sorry, I digress. So, just to show you how it fits, there's a tiny bit of gappage in here, because what happens to get this to fit here, which is also fun, you have to pull it out a little bit. And another thing you have to do with the head is, in here they have the way it's built, this won't pull all the way up because there's some of the top of the head goes all the way across to here. But if you do that, then the body can't slide inside. It's hard to see it, but the body, obviously this whole piece here fits inside, slides up inside this whole head section. But you have to grind away a little bit of the head in here so it'll slide up in there. And then just work it on until the detail fits here. You know, as far as how far it goes, this is the best. This is obviously your best guess. Here it broke off. My fault, so I got to fix that. Yeah. I know it's a little thin here, but again, I'm not worried. 2 reasons: it gets covers. And if I want to, I could pour a little filler in there, or even resin for that matter, just to give it a little extra strength. There's virtually no lights on this thing. All the lights, believe it or not, as far as window lights, are here underneath. And it has some red enhanced lights, which I'll put on the pods here to shine over to this direction. But it's very faint. And then they have like little lights, little white lights inside these doors. Sorry. The engines are pure white. No blues, no reddish, just pure, boring, cool white, not warm white. So you can, well, that's a discretion thing. But I'll make it like the show. There's no blinky lights that I could see except for inside those pods, which, like the landing lights and stuff in there, they didn't chase, but they did kind of, for lack of better terms, glitter, you know. And I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I think I might have brought that up last time. So yeah, that's what I just thought I'd bring this little suggestions to make it a little easier, you know, make this nice and sleek and straight. I'm still going to have to run Bondo across here to get this to squeeze down perfectly, because, you know, we already talked about that. So I'll Vaseline this up. I'll Vaseline this up, and then put the Bondo on this piece, and then squash it together. And then when I pull it apart, then I just clean up the edge here when the Bondo is still rubbery but not too soft, you know, and I get a nice clean fit on here. So, and then I think as far as cleanup and all that, that's really about it. You know, the bottom engine pieces here seem to fit okay. I haven't fit it on the here yet. Just haven't fit it here yet to see how it really fits, which will be next. But if I remember right, I might have already test fitted it and it seemed to work good. Of course, those engine nozzles. But I really like the kit. 30-inch long Galactica. Yeah, I'm in. So that's the report of this for now. And what I want to do is get the thing all fitted nicely, and then I'll probably have to box it up and stick it over there next to the, you know, stand in line and wait, you know, models. I've got, 3 models over there to fix. I've got the Ranger, which the whole outside's done. That's the Interstellar ship over right there. And then, of course, Osprey is the next kit, which I'm really hot to get done. But right now I've got to get this Hammerhead. But this Galactica, for some reason I just couldn't put my hands down. I really had to get it to this point, you know. I'm selling my 2-foot Galactica. It's funny because it's only 7 inches difference, I think. That's 22 inches. This is 30. Okay, 8 inches difference. Or 23. No, it's 23 inches. This is 30, so it's 7 inches. And all built and painted. It's a JT Graphics one. And it has the same kind of amount of detail as this. You know, you get all the detail in the edges. And the ribs and everything like that, like this does. And then here. So, but I brought the Wonderfest, and surprisingly, no bites. You know, it was a $500 kit, trying to sell it for $1,000, and I mean it's a built kit with a base, which the JT Graphics ones doesn't have, with a base with a little plaque, electrical plaque, for $1,000, and so that's only $400 for a build-up. So, you know, oh well. People want the files for everything now anyway, so I guess they're not much into, you know, having a finished product. So, anyway, I'll stop talking.